Here at Transworld Sport, we like to feature some of the world's more unusual sports, and they don't come much stranger than gurning.
It looks relatively simple to pull faces, but it's very, very difficult. You're holding your breath, you're straining, it's a full body effort.
Although the origins of gurning are unclear, some claim it began in England in the Middle Ages, when townsfolk would throw a horse collar over the village idiot and goad him into pulling faces in exchange for pints of ale. For the past 700 years, competitive gurning contests have been held at the Egremont Crab Fair in the English county of Cumbria. The rules are simple. Competitors place their head through a horse collar before distorting their face into various grotesque guises, with the aim of making themselves look as ugly as possible. The undisputed star of the sport is Tommy Mattinson, who heads into 2013 with an unprecedented 14 World Championship titles to his name. We met up with the 49-year-old in his hometown of Aspatria in the Lake District.
Brought a few trophies out to show you. I don't normally keep them on the table, you see. This is my latest trophy. This is the Men's World Championship Gurning for 2012. This is my Guinness World Records medal, which I won in Rome. I went there to do a live show to be presented this and my certificate for winning the gurning at the time, which was 12 times world champion. So I'm the only male who's ever won the World Gurning Championship 12 times. So I'm proud of that medal because it's a heavy one.
A builder by trade, Tommy was inspired to take up gurning by his father, himself a 10-time world champion.
I started gurning when I was about maybe 9 or 10 or something. I started gurning because we lived here in Aspatria, and my dad, Gordon, used to come home every year and bring this trophy back basically, and it was for gurning. I think I must have been around about 12 or 13, I think, when I was a junior. And I had a go at the gurning then, and I went and I won it, which was brilliant. So I basically decided I'd have a go in the senior competition when I was a bit older.
After finishing third on his debut in 1985, Tommy claimed back-to-back world titles before taking an 8-year sabbatical from gurning. He then returned to reclaim his world championship crown in 1999. However, at the turn of the new millennium, Mattinson received some devastating news when he was diagnosed with cancer.
I was very, very ill, and I went I had full thyroidectomy, radiation treatment, and that. To be honest, I didn't think I was going to make it, and I never thought I'd be in the gurning again. I thought that's it. But this is the place that I come to when I started getting better. A bit of tranquility, a nice summer's morning, doing a spot of fishing. It's just a little haven really. It's really, really nice.
Less than a year after being diagnosed, Mattinson was told the cancer had cleared, and he became determined to regain his world title.
But I've trained a lot more since I was poorly, because it's a bit of a, if I train, I feel well, I feel strong, so I feel as I can fight anything. To get well and make a good recovery and compete again, the year later in September, it was just brilliant. It was very, very special to go back to the gurning and actually to win it again. I thought, wow, it was fantastic.
Following his comeback in 2001, Tommy went on to win a further 7 straight world titles to overtake his father's tally and enter the record books. But in 2009, tragedy struck again.
In 2009, I never went in the World Gurning Championship. My mum died that week, and I was devastated basically, and a funeral was on Crab Fair Day, so even if I love Crab Fair that much, but obviously not to miss my mum's funeral, so it was a really sad time for me. It is a bit of a tribute to my mum when I go in the game, because my mum was always up for me gurning, saying, "Go on lad, you can do it, you'll win it again."
Indeed, in 2010, Mattinson bounced back to win the Gurning World Championship again. He's retained his status as the world's best ever since. For all the challenges the 49-year-old has encountered in his life, Gurning has presented Tommy with an array of opportunities. He's travelled the globe, performed at music festivals and appeared on television shows. But one experience trumps all the others.
I got a phone call saying they were doing like a refurbishment of the beacon in Whitehaven, and it was marking some sort of anniversary, and they said, would you be prepared to come along and be a guest, you know, and meet someone they're quite famous. They wouldn't tell me who. It was only the day before, when I was going, they decided to tell me it was the Queen of England, which was like, I basically couldn't believe it. I was also quite nervous of meeting her, but it was a fantastic day. I mean, it's a highlight of my gurning career, to put it really. I mean, you know, I've met some famous people like Jay Leno and quite a lot of famous stars off TV, but I suppose the Queen is probably my biggest thing I've done with the gurning.
And the 14-time world champion heads into 2013 as committed and passionate about gurning as ever.
Gurning does mean a lot to me, you know, for something that's so silly really, or whatever you want to call it, a bit pulling faces, but it's given me a lot. It's given me opportunities I would never have had. So the future's good for me. I'll be continuing to gurn, and hopefully 15 times next year.